Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Friday, the 17th of April 2015. This is John Faraclas from allaboutshipping.co.uk with the latest about the shipping markets, the indexes, and the world geopolitics affecting the markets to all intents and purposes. The BDI closed earlier on today at 597 points, up 4 points since yesterday and up 17 points since last week's 580 points. Not bad, but still below the 600 level barrier. The BCI, the capers, was up 11 points at 532, which is an overall 66 points since last week's 466. The Panamaxes and the respective BPI index was up 6 points at 642, up 42 points since it crossed the level of 600 points last week. Good news here. The BSI up 7 points at 619, but only 3 points up since last week's 616. And finally, the Handys with the respective BHSI was down 2 points since yesterday and down 15 points since last week's 373. Another picture altogether with the wets. The BDTI reached the 800 point level, plus 2 since last published figures, and overall it was up 29 points since last week's 771. Another picture now for the BCTI, the cleans, minus 7 at 702, plus 24 though since last week's 678 points. So still a very low market, but again we reiterate our view that this is the best market to enter, whether it's startups, whatever. It's a fantastic market provided you have the financial backing as well as the knowledge of geopolitics and major links to have your ships earning money and not just written on charter parties. Many bankruptcies, both for many ship owners, shipyards, you just name it. Bunker brokers, bunker entities, is a very big crisis looming in the background. Geopolitics, Ukraine. I don't need to tell you any more about Ukraine. We have, ever since this crisis began, been absolutely right, and we don't count our eggs before they're hatched. The West is pushing, Putin has his own agenda, let's see what is going to happen there. The Greeks will prove vital for the Eurozone, but more vital for the world economy, and of course, whoever doesn't want them there, he has to pay a hefty penalty of incalculable repercussions and proportions. Just wait and see, and you will see how our view is going to be confirmed. Equally, the current Greek government, if they wish to hold on power and serve the Greek people, they must understand that their voters' interest comes second. All Greek citizens are equal. It is the government of all Greeks. After all, this is what they have been argued from the beginning. But, all the Greeks should feel comfortable, and let me tell you, if they fail with these negotiations and these policies, shall we introduce back capital punishment in the same way they have asked, and why not? And we agree on this, for all the governments who have signed this famous memorandum, mnemonium as they call it, from 2009 and others from 1981. We want this to be since 1974. For 40 years, nobody should have a random and throw good money after bad. So it's a two-way, you need two in a tango. So let's wait and see. Too much blah blah, too much philosophy, we are all fed up. We want from both sides actions. Equally, we believe it's a scam against Greece. I repeat what I said in my previous sentence. For 40 years, nobody lends money. Nobody throws good money after bad. The migrants issue, again, because the European Union does not have a coherent policy. That's another issue, and the politicians have failed to produce aim. And the most important thing, to protect the European borders. Every time there's an excuse. So all things being equal, those who created all this mess in Northern Africa up to Afghanistan, okay, they should pay the penalty. They should house all of them. They should look after all these people that they are displaced. There will be more people displaced, and about 10 million people in the coast, southwest of Turkey, Anatolian coast, and the northern African coast from Morocco to Egypt, that they are there to cross over to Greece, to Italy, and you see all these disasters. It's a shame. Frontex should be allowed to do its job. And for every person in particular who violates the European Union waters and frontiers, particularly from Turkey, all these years, this is too much, the Turkish government should pay 1 million euros per each immigrant who illegally crosses over. Let's see how this, you need draconian means to stop this. We reiterate our view, even government officials, this is, a practice all over the world, participate in this despicable issue of bringing over immigrants, whether to the Greek islands, to the Greek mainland, or to the Italian coast and islands, and also, of course, to Spain, etc. Other issues. Hillary Clinton is up there for the elections. The Middle East goes from worse to worse. China says it's defending its territory, and these Spratly Island things creating an airstrip, it's too much. The UK elections will be, of course, important, and the NHS, the defense spending, and the migrants will be also a very big issue. Finally, Panama Maritime, the conference and exhibition is over. What a great event, and other events are coming up, so log in and see what we have for you. This is John Faraclas from allaboutshipping.co.uk in London. Over and out. Have a lovely weekend.